Good morning. How is everybody doing? I thought I would pop on. It's been a crazy busy time, as I'm sure most of you are following me. I've just come out yesterday of the vaccine injured retreat, and I am going to Dalkeith tomorrow for the Goddess gathering, and then planning for Skye, our second pop-up healing centres. So we have a month in Skye from the 12th of January till the 8th of February, and then we have a month in Cretan at Hobbs. So it's a very exciting pop-up, 2 more pop-up healing centres. Please check out all the deals that we're running till the 3rd of December. If you really want to come and nourish yourselves, there's no better way to do it than to actually change your venue. So I was talking to the guys, the vaccine injured group, and really one of the biggest things of running these events, we've ran 3, is that getting people together, like-minded people together that understand. No gaslighting, just listening and being heard, being understood by other people who have been through similar situations. And that's ultimately, as humans, you know, we're always looking for these very, very complicated solutions, and often they're so simple that you can't believe they would actually work. A bit like letting go, welcome the feeling and letting it go. So I thought I'll jump on while I'm still so motivated. Excuse me, I've got seeds stuck in my teeth. And inspired, because I think what is happening to a lot of us is we're getting beaten down by everything that's going on, our own physical health, emotional health. If it's not your health you're worrying about your kids or your parents or siblings. You know, there's so many things really that we can be worrying about nowadays. Sorry, I was trying to see if that worked. It doesn't. And really, what we really need is to switch off from the stress, from the fear. And, you know, that can feel almost impossible, depending obviously as in what you're worrying about. But we know if we're going to be looking for solutions, and we're going to be praying, asking, commanding, whatever language you like to use, for solutions to the problems and for the health of our loved ones. When we're in that neutral state, that place of where we can see clearly and we're not worrying constantly about, you know, the worst case scenario, which is kind of what's natural, we're actually going, no, let's look at what the best case scenario is. So that really is, I've realised, you know, with doing these retreats, that usually people come to me because the pharmaceutical drugs and surgeries either haven't worked or made them worse. So regardless of what your issue was initially, it's all the same stuff. Where can we go from here? And again, being very well educated in all the things that we can do to help our body. And obviously, you may have heard, I found this health hub, which has got really quite incredible technology, and we're working together to create some incredible packages for your cells. And we're going to have a place for you to come and discuss things and look at solutions. And obviously, we have our community, our online community. It's £5 a month, where you can join that. You can donate the £5 a month to Heal Scotland. You can join the library and start learning all the incredible things that you can do to help your cells, your family cells, etc. I think more and more people now are realising that treating symptoms, especially pain, may be relevant for a week or two, but certainly not long term. You can cause a lot more untold damage by keeping on putting medication into the body. So you need to be very aware of what you're doing and what you're putting in. And are you making life easier for the body or more difficult? It's as simple as that. Are you feeding the disease, or are you feeding restoration. And this is what we do, not just on a nutritional level, but on a mind level, an emotional level. Maybe the most important thing ever is not so much what you eat, but when you eat, and also how you're feeling when you're eating it. Because obviously what can happen if you've ever gone on a diet is you eat all the things you know you're not meant to eat, and then you feel guilty. So you're making a bad situation a million times worse. And we all do it because we all know what to do. But why are we not doing it? So let's look at this. So just start off, close your eyes and feel what's in your body today. Become aware of your trillions of cells, trillions of them, vibrating mass of energy, of intelligence. And it can be difficult, I know it certainly used to be for me, to understand the intelligence within, because it's not obvious. We ignore it most of the time. But when you really tune in to any area of your body that you can feel any sensations, anxiety, pain, stress, tightness, throbbing, itchiness, whatever it is that you can feel there, just observe it. And holding your attention on any area of the body is going to change the cellular structure. So what can happen when we don't like what we're feeling is that we judge, we blame, shame, and complain, and we make a story up, and we're like, oh no, why am I feeling like this again? Why is that like this? Why? Instead of going, oh, you're talking to me, are you? What are you saying? What can I do to help you feel more ease today? What would it take for me to let go of all the old stories, concepts, and labels that are keeping me stuck in the past? Listen, feel. You are the pilot of this spaceship, the conductor of this choir. And because we've never really understood, we tend to focus on fear. What if? Instead of going, oh, what if I have the power to change the information going through the cells and allow them to restore, rebalance, and heal? That is the power we have, but nobody taught us. So thankfully we're learning it now. So take your attention. What can you feel inside your body in this moment? I can feel a little bit of tightness around my sinus area. Not bad, just a little bit. Down, what else am I feeling? I've just eaten my breakfast, so sort of aware that the food's going through the intestines. What else can you feel? You check inside your body and feel what's there. What information are you getting from the body? And whatever's there in this moment, whether it's, you call it anxiety, resistance, stress, pain, judgment, can you just allow it all to be there? Welcome it and just let it go. Set yourselves free. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Natalie. So and now can you just welcome all wanting control or feeling out of control? Wanting security, feeling insecure, wanting approval from yourself or from the apparent others, wanting separation or feeling separate, wanting oneness. Welcome all of that and just let it go. Morning, Brenda. So when we think and we have the inner chat, we create this cellular contraction. And when we create that cellular contraction, our IQ gets lowered, the frontal lobe closes down, and we get a wee bit dumber, and our thinking drops to match. So when we understand, okay, let's keep these cells expanded and open, keep the heart gate, the green-yellow epicenter of your body, keep it open in a loving 528 state. And when we're in that frequency, that vibration, we can tune into different data streams of information, and we can get the answers and the help with all our questions. What would it take for me to stay in a 528 state, even when the apparent others are driving me crazy? Because it's all one saying, oh, just let it go. Well, how do you actually let it go? Just be kind, but how do you actually feel kind? And be compassionate. How do you feel compassionate when the last you won't actually get a hammer out for somebody? These are all perfectly normal human reactions and responses, especially if you feel somebody's attacking you personally, or somebody's behaving in a way that is not cool, not kind. But the thing is, for us personally, if we can stay imperturbable, my favourite word, and not be affected by what's going on out there, that's really when you become, powerful. Because it doesn't matter what people say, do, feel, believe, or perceive, or how many times you're attacked or told that you're an idiot or a conspiracy theorist, or whatever it is people are saying. I'm talking about me, about you. We're all getting it to some degree. If we can just stay in our lane and focus on that loving 528 state, then we see, we don't take on other people's pain, other people's judgment. Now, I'm not saying this is easy, because sometimes you go down, but it's as Joe Dispenza says, how long are you going to stay there? We're human. We're designed to have the full spectrum of emotions, but we've come to a place where it's like, we don't want to feel bad. When in actual fact, the body's giving you really valuable information. It may be who needs to move out your life. It may be that food's not working for you. And obviously we've got, with the Polar Bear Club in Kenny, we're looking at this fasting movement, which is just such a brilliant idea. It was Kenny's, not mine, but it's we really want to get the people of Scotland understanding the power of fasting, because it's free and it's hugely powerful. So we've got another one coming up in December. I don't know whether that would be your month to fast. I've got 2 retreats, one in Skye and one down in Cretan, if you want to come and join us for that. So Kenny and I will be talking more about how we can really get that movement moving. Such a way to nourish yourselves. So again, just checking into your heart. What is there? And, there's been a lot of madness going on. I think everybody's feeling it. Relationships are changing, dissolving, new ones are being created, and letting go and just trusting that your soul journey, which is really what we have to focus in on. What is your higher self trying to tell you? The body is always, and your intuition, your soul, whatever word you want to give it, is going to be guiding you where you're supposed to be going to fulfill your life purpose. That's the way I see it. There's lots of different ways. I've certainly gone from trying to forge and manifest to just going like, what do we need? We need a healing centre. We need a place for people to come, and then just allowing the universe to do the rest. which is done very beautifully, I may add. So what is it that we are here to do? And again, another thing that keeps coming to you is thy will, not my will. So why, if I'm going to be of service, how can I best be of service to the people of Scotland who are sick and the people of Scotland who are helping the people who are sick? And I mean, sickness is a wide term. It's emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. And there's so much disease, it kind of freaks me out a wee bit, the amount of messages I'm getting. How can we manage this, and how can we help as many people as possible that want and need to be helped? So it's not our job to work out how it's going to happen. Our job is just to see it happening. The health trajectory of Scotland has been turned round. The people have woken up and realised they're taking their power back from the so-called experts that just happen to make a hell of a lot of money out of us being sick. So when we start eating the food that's in our seas and our rivers and on our hills and forests, etc., everything will just transform. And people have said to me, well, it'll not happen in your lifetime. And I'm like, yes, it will. Because we watched how they shut down the world in a week. It's possible. Is it probable? Maybe not as probable, but it's definitely possible. So, but not if we all sit in our arses and do nothing, because this is the caveat in this beautiful change system that we're going into. Everybody has to stand on their own two big, beautiful feet and take part. And democracy has lulled us into this false sense of security. And then we look out now and you see what happens when you're not keeping an eye. When you're not keeping an eye on people, very often greed and need for power can cloud judgment. So that's the only bad news I have, is that you are going to have to take part. And that can be in a very, very gentle level. Do a 24-hour fast if you can't do a 3-day one, or you believe you can't do a 3-day one. Share the events, turn up at the events, come and do the breath work. Myself, Kenny, Siobhan, very active. Lauren, very active in the breath work world. Come and experience it. What we see happening is that really you're going to get the best result from the breath work when you've probably tried it around 4 times, I would say. I don't know, Ken, if you're still there, if you would agree with that, because you get more and more confident. People start off like, what does that mean? What does that? Because we're so scared of our own bodies. So once you start to realise, whoa, I am the alchemist, I am the medicine, I can change my own chemistry, I can change my own destiny. And that takes a wee bit of practice. And if you're doing it with like-minded others, you're going to get elevated. You get the support from everyone there. So Curves and the Polar Bear Club and Lauren Liberate Wellbeing, she has classes as well. So check it out and let's get this job done. So we'll just finish with a little bit of, we know all the ways we can nourish the cells. We can feed nutrient-dense food into the body that the body can utilise and extract for repair, restoration, to bring the muscle up, to bring the toxicity levels down. That's a no-brainer. Everybody's aware of that. Whether you do it or not, you know that it's a thing. Hydration, plenty of good quality water. Not when you're eating, but in between. Maybe some supplementations as well, if depending on what's up with you. And then obviously the forest. Get into the forest, not exercise, and just go in there, sit beside a burn, sit under a tree, just breathe, meditate, blow your love tuner. That's another way to nourish your cells. Let go, get into the habit of getting into that body. What are you feeling there? What can you feel? Welcome it all and just let it go. And again and again and again. If there's any energy in your body you're not enjoying, instead of trying to put it away some other way with a drug or a glass of this or a smoke of this or a shopping expedition, just get used to going, I am the conductor of this choir. Welcome the energy and let it go. Welcome the energy and let it go. Welcome all trying to figure it out and let it go. Welcome all wishing it was different and let it go. Welcome all taking it personally and let it go. Welcome all feeling of waiting for you to change, waiting for the body to change so that you can be happy. Welcome all of that and just let it go. So I did a live breath work yesterday in Oban, and the recording of it is now up in our community. So if you can help me by joining our community, good morning, Natalie Gilray. How are you, my darling? If you can help me by joining our community to access our incredible library and our community, it's still at its very early days yet. Please bear with me. We're going to make it incredible. It's just for me time and space to actually work on it. And then you can really help. A £5 a month if you're just a punter. It's £1.20 a week. It's really going to help us to create a residual income to really help as many people as possible. And to teach, what we want to do is bring people in from all over the country and teach them and then send them out into their communities. There should be a place in every community where you can go and meditate and breathe for free. That's one of my goals, and all the other stuff as well. So please join and please interact. Because it's really helpful. Ask all your health questions. We've got some brilliant healers in there. If you're looking for people for your events, a great place to find people for your events. What we see at our festivals is people make new friends, and then it cross-contaminates in the greatest way. They go on to do other work together, and that's how it spreading the love. So please join the community and interact. Spread the word about the healing, the month in Skye and the month in Cretan. And then I'm not going to exactly tell you when the Healing Centre and Education Oasis is going to open, but it's coming soon. So let's just finish with a little tap around so that what we all have to do is learn how to manage our emotional state. So if I'm feeling really bad and really crap and really or angry or betrayed, etc., that's completely normal and human if you've been in that position. But what we're looking to do is say, right, okay, let me just wallow / feel that for a minute, and then let me raise my own vibration again, because that's the power I have. So tap with me. Even although life's been hard over the last few weeks, months, year, and even although I've not dealt with everything the way I really would like to have dealt with it, even although I've felt hurt, or angry, or disappointed, or betrayed, or left out, whatever you've been feeling, I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. And even although my body's not been doing exactly what I would like it to do, and even although my energy levels haven't been as high as I would like them to be, and even although, just bring it all in, use your own words, even although I've been feeling a bit low, a bit stressed, a bit anxious, whatever it is you're feeling, bring it in. I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. Keep breathing, keep tapping. And I'm now open to letting go of all negative energy. I am releasing the stress and any limiting beliefs that the body is holding that could keep me from full-blown health and vitality. I am letting go of everything that no longer serves me. I'm releasing all the pain from the past, and I am allowing love to flow through me and all around me. Keep breathing, keep tapping. It's safe for me to let go. I allow the love to flow. Suk, suk, blow. Let the love flow. Let the energy flow. And let the past go. I am a powerful energy being. Unlimited and full of possibility. Deep breath. Okay. How does that feel? Do you feel different? Do you feel nourished? Did this at the end. Great, Tommy. Exactly. Simple but very effective. All you have to do is remember to do it. Simple as that. So remember how you can help Heal Scotland. Join the community, share the events, spread the word. Wonderful wee top. Yes, wonderful wee tap. Thanks, Beth. Yeah, this is, I can't emphasize this enough. It's about us getting involved. And, you know, I understand that lots of people are tired and in deep apathy and their bodies are really not well. I get that. I see it all around me. But also, this is really simple. Just share, inspire. If you can join the community for a £5 a month, then it just means we can help more and more people. And it means we don't have to wait on the government or funding or millionaires or whatever to come and save us. We can actually just do it ourselves, a massive cooperative, and how we will subsidise healing packages for people. And that reminds me, with the Heal In, you know that we have a concession. If you want to come to anything and you don't have the financial means at this time, just send me a message and I'll send you the form. What we really need is desire. We need results. We need people who are willing and well enough to take action. And we're looking at residential, non-residential and home care. We're doing everything we can. And if you can help me, that's just going to make my job so much easier. We've got brilliant big plans and goals to create something monumental in Scotland. But as I keep saying, everybody has to play a part. And it's the law of unintended consequences with democracy. We vote somebody in and we expect them to do the job. And I think we can see quite clearly that doesn't work. So looking after ourselves, keeping out of fight or flight, focusing on what we want rather than what we don't want. And that can be very, very difficult. I have been telling, thank you, Sylvia. Yes, all you can do. I mean, I think the reality is not everybody's, you know, some people are happy in the pharmaceutical model and they feel safe there, and that's absolutely fine. We're looking for the people that maybe are not getting the results that they need and are maybe starting to say, well, actually, do we need drugs to stay alive? Probably not. So people are questioning, and I know, you know, I understand that it can be difficult to completely let go of the old. We're not saying that you need to do that. You can hold hands with both, but it's regardless, we need to be educated, because if we're not educated, people can take advantage of us. And it's as simple as that. We've been taken advantage of. And now that we're waking up, we're like, no. But where do you go if you've not got a clue what an infection is? How do you heal an infection without antibiotics? What's the best parasite cleanse? How do you address candida, fungus? How do you address migraines? How do you address skin issues? How do you address organ failure and organs missing? All of that. Join the community and you can ask all your questions. There's brilliant people in there already, but we need to get hundreds and hundreds more so that we can really do what we're going to do, which is create the biggest and best healing and education oasis in the world. That is the vision. And we're going to turn our health picture around, because we can. We have the knowledge, we have the understanding, we have the technology, we've now got the space, and all we have to do now is show you the results. So if you're willing and able and want to come up to Quarriers Health Hub and try and see what results you can get, please get in touch. I'm going to be there all of next week, well, from Tuesday. And then you can come and see the place, see the space, learn what's going on in there. It is truly incredible. Anyway, I think that's all from me today. The Heal In as well, let me get that up for you so that you can help me by spreading the word. We've got an amazing offer on, 2-for-1 offer on our January packages. So that finishes on the 3rd of December. So yes, Sylvia, we've been talking about that, a mobile unit. Yeah, because we're aware that people can't get out the house, or certainly can't get out their community. We're very aware of that. So that is something we have discussed. Anyway, huge love to you all. Maybe see some of you at Dalkeith Country Park. There's still a few tickets left for the Goddess Gathering, Heart Coherence. We're diving into the heart. We're opening the gate. We're going into coherence and bliss. Come and join myself and the incredible Jennifer Main. Saturday, I think. Sunday may be full, but Saturday we've still got a few tickets. Anyway, huge love. Have a great day. Ciao.